Hello.
Sorry, யாரை ஆட் பண்ணோம்? இருக்கு இருக்கு இருக்கு. நான் பார்த்துக்கிறேன். நான் வரேன் டிரைவர் வரேன். Freedom in the mind, faith in the words, pride in our souls. Let's salute those great men who made this possible. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My greetings to all of you. Today, we all have gathered here to celebrate the 75th Independence Day celebrations of our great nation. On 15th August 1947, India got its freedom, ending an almost 200-year British rule. It's a day of immense pride for all Indians as we commemorate the sacrifices made by millions of our freedom fighters who had sacrificed their lives in the freedom struggle and with their unfaltering grit and patriotism forced the British Empire to finally retreat. We owe our gratitude to our freedom fighters, and this day is dedicated to those nations' guardians. Now, we will have our traditional auspicious flag hoisting ceremony as a tribute to our motherland. May all beings live in harmony. May the truth prevail and the darkness of ignorance be swept away. I request our Honorable Director to hoist the national flag. Sir, please.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा। विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा। तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे। गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
I request our director to enlighten us with his insights on this auspicious occasion.
Hearty greetings of this 75th Independence Day. It means we are entering into the 75th year, 74 years completed, 75th Independence Day. And this next whole 1 year, we shall be celebrating this 75 years of completion of our independence. Hearty greetings, Vande Matram, Jai Hind, Namaskar, Vanakkam, Adab, Sat Sri Akal, and very good morning to all of you. Now, standing here at the feet of our respected, our revered national flag and addressing is a matter of great pride. And we are all delighted that today we are celebrating the most important national festival of the country. And at this occasion, we would like to say to ourselves that we rededicate ourselves to the service of nation through the service to entire mankind and the world of flora and fauna. And our special duty is because the God has given us opportunity to work in IIM Tiruchirappalli. So by serving all the good causes of this institution, through that route, we are dedicating ourselves to the service of this great nation and also to the service of the entire humanity of the world. Basically, India believes in the very profound dictum, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. Whole world belongs to us and whole world is our family. But then there is always an importance of patriotism and also nationalism. And our philosophy has been that we love everybody. We love our nation, we love everybody. We do not get involved or engaged in chauvinism. Chauvinism is basically too much of affinity to one's own locality. That is chauvinism. We do not suffer with chauvinism. We believe in Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. But for us, the nation is at the top. And our patriotism, our nationalism must get rejuvenated, especially on the occasions of this day, of such days of Independence Day or Republic Day, or let us say the day of Mahatma Gandhi's birthday or birthday of any martyrs. So these are the special occasions. Actually, every day is meant for us to rededicate ourselves to our karma yoga. But some days become very special. Like every place is place of God, but some place become a little more special in the form of mandir or girjaghar or gurudwara or masjid or synagogue. So today is a great day, and we would plan we would plan some special celebration throughout year to celebrate our entry into the 75th year of independence. Now today is a special day to offer our gratitude to those who sacrificed lives for us. And especially when I talk to all of my colleagues in this institution, my faculty colleagues, my all officers and staff, my all personnel here, and especially students who must be listening online. And the situation of COVID-19 is keeping ourselves and our students a bit physically away from one another. But let me say, with all humbleness, that today is the time to pay gratitude to those who sacrificed their lives for the sake of us. Today we are smiling, we are happy, we have gathered here because they all gathered together and sacrificed the most precious thing of life, and that is life. Most precious thing of life itself is life. And many of them, they sacrificed their lives right from if you remember, right from 1191, Prithviraj Chauhan, up to, let us say, the latest one. Of course, every day we are sacrificing our lives for the sake of nation. But I remember that time in 1971, I was in class 6th, and then I came to know that Nirmaljeet Singh Sekhon, who was officer in Indian Air Force, sacrificed his life in India-Pakistan war. So I respect all who are actually engaged even today for safeguarding our country. But if you allow me to say, right from Prithviraj Chauhan to Nirmaljeet Singh Sekhon, there is a series of martyrs who actually sacrificed their lives to give life to our country. And in that series, if you remember, especially our freedom movement started in 1857, it is said. But if you go deeper into history, our national freedom movement started much earlier than 1857. When I was having some responsibility for IIM Sambalpur, I remember there is one place in Sambalpur, in old Sambalpur, where this freedom movement had started sometime in 1837 in forest area. There are many lovers of this country living in deep forest, and they had organized themselves. If we remember, I remember Siddhu Kanu. Siddhu Kanu in the area of Santhal Pargana, or Albert Ekka in the valleys of Chota Nagpur. They had all organized themselves to take independence, to snatch independence from the rulers at that point of time, and they were Britishers. So there have been number of persons who sacrifice their lives for the sake of self-confidence, for the sake of not self-confidence, for the sake of self-respect. Self-respect means the best way to live a life is that we should have life, मैं जिंदा रहूं, I should have life with self-respect. That is the best way to live, life with self-respect. But if there is a choice between life being living without self-respect and even dying for self-respect, these great persons, they have chosen death over life. Death with self-respect was preferred over life without self-respect, and that has been their spirit. That's why I sometimes I say in lighter mode that these martyrs, they know the chemistry of living with this universe, living in this world. They do not calculate everything. They do not calculate profit and loss there. They only create a right chemistry with this universe, that what for I am here and why I have come. And they have come, and they prove that they have come for the supreme purpose of this life, and supreme purpose is self-dignity. Because a person with self-dignity is capable of giving dignity to others. This is my understanding. I have some common understanding. I am not a very wise person, but I have some common understanding. Only that person can be respectful to others who is capable of giving respect to himself or herself. So our gratitude to all those who sacrificed their lives, and again I dedicate my prana, my soul to the memory of those great persons. We also pay our gratitude to all the defense forces. I have been lucky that in last 33 years, at least got chance to interact with thousands of uh, officers from defense forces, be it Indian Army or Indian Navy or Indian Air Force. And especially for children, I would like to say, I was thrilled. I was thrilled to have love for India when in 1971, when I was in class 6th, my father brought a calendar of 1972 perhaps, with Vijayant tank at the front page. Vijayant tank was the tank used for India-Pakistan war, and that created a great imprint on the mind of the child. That was myself during those days. So many beautiful small children are here. I would like to say, especially for you, that please try to see that how our history of independence has moved forward, how our defense forces they live. And just for the general knowledge of my lovely children, I would like to say that there are three different ways of salutation in these three different wings of defense forces. For example, in Indian Army, salutation is done like this. That is entire palm visible, exposed. Indian Army. Then Indian Air Force, 45-degree angle turned, as if something is flying. This is Indian Air Force. And when actually palm is taken towards own body and the salutation becomes like this becomes Indian Navy salutation, especially because generally it is felt that while working in Indian Navy, you have to always take care of the ship and your hand gets actually full of dirt. And that's why when you're saluting to your senior, your dirty palm should not be exposed to others, especially to seniors. So this is the salutation of Indian Navy. These are simple general knowledge children should know. And then you will be more thrilled towards our various wings of army, be it Indian Army or Indian Navy or Indian Air Force. These three wings are always ready. And based on my interaction with thousands of our lovely brothers and sisters from defense forces, they told me that we are ready ever, and we are every time ready with 15 minutes notice to actually show our courage and show our power and vigor. So that is the way they prepare. And that's why we, so-called, let us say, civilians, as told by defense officers, if we also live with that kind of agility, we have a better life. For example, if we take good care of our physical health or mental health, spiritual health, social health, then we are every time ready to be available for the task for which I am basically supposed to deliver. So our gratitude to all the wings of Indian Defense Force, our gratitude to all paramilitary forces. Especially, I have great love for entire defense forces and paramilitary forces. Maybe because of my good luck having more interactions with them. And our gratitude to Border Security Force. At one point of time, I had interacted with all the IGs and all the DIGs of that point of time of Border Security Force. Our salute to Indian Coast Guard, to Indo-Tibetan Border Police, to National Security Guard, who actually safeguard ourselves on the border of Bangladesh. Our salute to Central Reserve Police Force, Central Industrial Security Force, our Indian police for maintaining law and order, because they always live at stake and they live for ourselves. To make ourselves more peaceful and more happy, they are always on their toes. So salute to all of them. Actually, as I said in the beginning, today is a special day for paying gratitude, because by paying gratitude to these all, we become ourselves more and more vigorous and powerful. This is a great occasion to remember also that what could be our duties, my duty to uh, towards the nation, towards the state, towards the province, towards the institution. I would like to say that Tiruvalluvar in Tirukural reminds in 738th Kural, and I'm speaking in Hindi first and then I will translate in English. 738th Kural says how to live for nation, and this says swasthya, sampatti, उपज, सुख, सुरक्षा गण किसी देश के होते हैं पंच आभूषण. There are 5 special jewelries. Jewelries decorate you. When you wear jewelry, we look more beautiful, isn't it? So there are 5 jewelries of any country. Panch abhushan. And what are these? Health, wealth, agricultural produce, general happiness, and security and defense forces. See how beautifully he says that health has to be emphasized, wealth creation has to be emphasized, agricultural advancement has to be emphasized, overall effort to make the nation happy, sukhi, has to be sacrificed, has to be emphasized, and to build up defense forces, we have to emphasize that dimension of activity also. In long detail also, Tiruvalluvar says that how to fortify your fort. Those days, fort used to be the basic defense equipment. Not only human being as personnel, as security forces, but also fort. That's why fortification. I'll tell you one interesting thing, that if you see Agra ka Kila, Red Fort of Agra, and other is Red Fort in Delhi. What is the difference between these two forts? You'll find that Akbar was ruling from Red Fort of Agra and Shah Jahan was ruling from Red Fort of Delhi. Very interestingly, you will find that when Akbar was ruling, the dynasty was not still well established because his father was dislodged by, father was Humayun, who was dislodged by Sher Shah. So when Akbar was ruling, his dynasty was not well established. So fort had greater height. To safeguard yourself, you have to have greater height. But by the time Shah Jahan was ruling, his dynasty was well established, no fear. And so the fort, actually there was no fort. In Lal Killa, Delhi is not a fort. It has just come as a palace. It came on the ground because I have no fear that anybody can attack. That's why the importance of fort, right before Christ, Tirukkural emphasizes by Tiruvalluvar that fortification, fort, fortification, and from there the word came fortification of your physical body or mental body. That's why our defense mechanism should be solid. When you see the hockey team or football team, defense mechanism has to be solid. And then also our forwards should also be very, very powerful. That's why we need to emphasize on maintaining good health system. And our students who are listening today, our students, they have better opportunities than particularly me, who has already crossed the mid-50s. Our dear students, if you're listening, it is your great opportunity because you have all choices open through which way you would like to serve your country. My opportunity is now very limited. I can be only in academics. Even if I like to go elsewhere, I am not eligible, not capable. But you, in your early 20s or mid 20s, are capable. So please take your heart call also. Do not every time calculate that where I will get the highest first salary, first job. They have very, very less marginal utility in the life. At your stage, you feel that is the most important thing, but that is not. Please take the whole stock of your 35 to 40 years of working life and see where you can maximize your inner satisfaction and your manifested contribution to the whole country, to the whole world. Would you like to work in the area of health management or wealth management, or let us say sectoral management for for rejuvenating industry or agriculture or services, or you would like to work for rejuvenating various mechanisms which create better defense for our country, or whether you would like to work in the area of improving the general happiness index of the country. The choice is open for you. I feel envy for you, my dear students. I feel envy for you because I have lost my choice, but I have not lost my choice. I chose to be a teacher, and I'm a teacher. That's why right from the beginning, I'm not doing any job. I do not do any job. There is no pressure on me. I'm a free bird. I do not do job. For me, 10 to 9 does not matter. 10 to 5 does not matter. Whole 24 hours belongs to me. So anyway, I like, I would like that as I could do what I wanted to do, all of you could do what you actually want to do. So please choose your direction very, very amicably, very, very judiciously, very, very wisely. Just by immediate attraction, do not choose your career. Go by the long term planning for choosing a career which maximizes the meaningfulness in life. That is very important. And that's why we would like to say that in this great institution, I am Tiruchirappalli, which is now more than 1 decade old, today we rededicate ourselves to certain practices. And I would just like to speak my mind here that we would like to build I am Tiruchirappalli. It is already like that, a place where everybody is respected and every employee actually is given chance to get converted from a bud to a flower. Full flowering processes should be there. So that kind of institution we would like to build. We would like to see I am Tiruchirappalli, a place where all practices are honest and meaningful and purposeful. We would like to see that our great institution, I am Tiruchirappalli, is a place where everybody is caring to one another. Full of caring institution they should have, of course, and we would like that our institution need to become a place where we learn. We learn like a child. We would like to learn like a small child from any corner of the world. But we would also like to make entire world know by the endowment those we actually possess and preserve here. So in the mutual processes, we would like to learn best practices from others and to make others learn best practices what we could have deeply embedded in our Indian knowledge system. And that's why when we see that when sometimes question might be arising in the mind of faculty also, fine, we do not divide nations or as I said, we live by Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, we learn from anywhere, but sometime faculty or other also should think that what is Indian in Indian Institute of Management and how to integrate the world level best practices with Indian knowledge system. Sometime I personally feel that we are like those beggars who are sitting and begging alms, sitting on the mound of the mine of a gold. We are sitting on gold mine and we are begging. There's so many literature, so much of literature available, right from north to south, right from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, right from Dwarka up to the easternmost village in Arunachal Pradesh. There are literature available. There are scientific approaches, attitude, all available. There are scientific approaches available in the undocumented practices done in the forest and tribal area. We are not documenting them. That's why we should also think that when we are celebrating this great day today, what is their indigenous knowledge which can be integrated to the best practices of the world. With these all, I would like to pray to offer my sincere prayer for everyone's best of the health, best of the agility, best of the self-development, and best of the mutually meaningful living, joyful living in the society of I am Tiruchirappalli. Thank you very much. Vande Matram. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. You You gave us another opportunity to recollect and remember all the sacrifices made by our warriors and those who are still sacrificing every day for making our life peaceful. Your inspiring words of patriotism have ignited the spirit of nationalism and love for our nation. I'm sure it would inspire the youths on the real meaning of achieving freedom for our country. It's time to sink into more emotions and love for our country through cultural events. May I request the august audience on the stage to come down, please, so that we can have a clear view of the kids' performance. Thank you. Let's start with today's first performance with a beautiful song by Ms. Divya Dvedi.
आप सभी को स्वतंत्रता दिवस की हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं। हैप्पी इंडिपेंडेंस डे टू ऑल ऑफ यू। आपके सामने वंदे मातरम प्रस्तुत करने की कोशिश है। त्रुटियों के लिए क्षमा। वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम, सुजलाम सुफलाम मलयज शीतलाम, सस्य श्यामला मातरम, वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम, शुभ्रज्योत्स्नां पुलकितयामिनीं, पुल्लकुसुमित द्रुमदलशोभिनीं, सुहासिनीं सुमधुरभाषिणीं, सुखदां वरदां मातरं, वन्दे मातरं, वन्दे मातरं, वन्दे मातरं। धन्यवाद। जय हिंद, जय भारत।
That was an enthralling performance. Thank you, Ms. Divya. Let's move to the next performance of the day. The little flowers of our campus, Noel Sanjit, Anaya Dikshit, Neha, Priyadarshini, Arshita, Harish, Mragnaini Karthik, Rizwan, Farhan, Darshan, and Prithviram have come here to demonstrate their yoga skills.
We will start the yoga demonstration with the chanting of Om. 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 Tadasana. 1, 3. Triyak Tadasana. 1, 2. Kati Chakrasana. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Rikshasana. 1, 2. Veerabhadrasana. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Surya Namaskar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Combination asanas. Sashankasan, Bhujangasan, combination. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Marjory asana. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Vyadrasana. 1, 2. Sarpasan, Shalabasan combination. 1, 2, 1, 2, 2. Anantasan. 1, 2. Paschimottanasan, Purvottanasan combination. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Paschimottanasana, Halasana combination. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Naukasana, Pavan Muktasana. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Shavasana. We will start the yoga demonstration with the chanting of Om. Om.
That was a lovely performance by our kids. Thank you, dears, for your marvelous performance. Now, let's enjoy the speech to be given by Master Keshav Singh. Keshav?
Good morning, everyone, to one and all gathered here. I wish you a very happy Independence Day. We assemble here to remember our freedom fighters, Mahatma Gandhi, Bhagat Singh, and others who fought for our freedom. Friends, freedom comes with great responsibilities. We children too have some responsibility. Is to be nice to each other. We should not laugh, however, speak, or dress. If we are not, our freedom is in danger. Jai Hind. Thank you.
Thank you, Keshav. It was a wonderful speech. We really enjoyed it. Silambam is an ancient weapon-based martial art that emerged in Tamil Nadu and is one of the oldest martial arts in the world. It is believed to have been brought by the sage Agastya. According to recent surveys and archaeological excavations, it has been confirmed that Silambam was practiced from at least 10,000 BC. The term Silambam contains a meaning which itself reveals about the sport. Silam stands for mountain and Bam stands for bamboo, which is the main weapon used in the form of martial arts. Baby Mraganaini Karthik is here among us today to show her Silambam skills. I welcome her onto the stage. Thank you, Mriganayani. The grace, beauty, and power of Mriganayani's performance with Silambam in her little hands was mind blowing. I'm sure with kids like her, this martial art will regain its place again. There are few people around us. Sans their support, it's difficult to push even a single day. It's time to honor our real heroes, our housekeeping, gardening, and security services personnel who help us live a peaceful life on the campus. Though each of them have put their best efforts, their employers have chosen the best among six among them, and it's our privilege to honor them on this important occasion. I now request our director to felicitate them with appreciation certificates. So, from the squad of security, Mr. A. Suppan, ASO, it's a certificate cum cash award. Mr. Suppan, supervisor. Mr. Kanakaraj, Mr. N. Ganesh, Mr. N. Rajendran, Mr. J. Murthy, Ms. P. Kasturi, award winners from the group of gardening. Mr. G. Ravi, Mr. Singaravel, Mr. E. Satish Kumar, Ms. Bhanumati, Ms. Valarmati, Miss Valarmati. Miss Periammal. From the team of housekeeping, Mr. Lenin Raj. Mr. M. Satish Kumar. Mr. S. Kadiresan. Miss S. Shanti. Miss K. Sulokshana. Miss Meena. Thank you, dear friends, for making our day-to-day lives easier and smoother. There is one last performance by the kids, baby Harshita and baby Master Arish. They will be performing a song.
सिंध देश के निवासी सभी जन देख है, रंग रूप वेश भाषा यारे अलेख है। कोयल की कूड़ प्यारी बगीचा की देली चारी, प्यार प्यार झूल नूरी माला में एक है। डाली कराना बुलबुल चागमल एक है, सिंध देश के निवासी सभी जन देख है, रंग रूप वेश भाषा प्यारे अलेख है। डाही कराना बुलबुल चागमल एक है, देख है, रंग रूप वेश भाषा प्यारे अलेख है। गंगा यमुना ब्रह्मपुत्र कृष्णा कावेरी, गंगा यमुना डाही कराना बुलबुल रागमल एक है। डिंग देश के निवासी सभी जन देख है, रंग रूप रूप वेशभूषा प्यारे अलेख है।
Thank you, dears. It was a great performance. I extend my sincere thanks to everyone gathered here, especially the small kids, the teachers, and the parents for lighting up the day and for creating a vibrant environment today by your gracious presence. Our sincere thanks goes to everyone in the security services, housekeeping, gardening, and other support staff who have worked hard and helped us conduct this wonderful event. Thank you all. Wish you all a very happy Independence Day. Jai Hind. Please join us for the refreshments.